It started one summer afternoon, the kind of day when time feels heavy and the air is thick with memories you don't want to face. My mom's friend, Nadia, had come over to help sort through old boxes after my mom passed away 3 months earlier. I'd been avoiding the attic, pretending that ignoring her things would make the loss hurt less. But Nadia was gentle in her insistence. She said my mother would want me to keep the good memories alive, not buried in dust. At first, she was just another person trying to help, bringing tea and talking softly about my mom's favorite flowers or how she laughed at the smallest things. But as the hours passed, something about the way she spoke, the way her eyes lingered on certain photographs, made me sense there was more she wasn't saying. I noticed how her fingers trembled slightly when she picked up a framed picture of my mom and her standing side by side, both wearing the same red scarves. I didn't ask. I couldn't. We found an old wooden box tied with a faded blue ribbon. Inside were letters, pressed flowers, and an old cassette tape labeled "For Later." I laughed a little through my tears, saying my mom always had her little secrets, but Nadia didn't laugh. She just looked at me, her eyes suddenly full of something deep, maybe pain, maybe longing. That's when she reached out, brushed my arm, and whispered, "Some secrets don't need words." The touch sent a strange chill through me. It wasn't romantic, it was heavier, like the weight of years unspoken. She stood up quickly and left the room, leaving me with that cryptic sentence echoing in my mind. I didn't understand what she meant until days later, when I found her sitting alone by the lake near our house, staring at the water like it held an answer she'd been chasing for years. That day, she finally told me the truth, or at least, the part she could bear to say. She and my mom had shared something more than friendship once. They'd been young, scared, and living in a time when being honest about love could cost you everything. My mom had chosen silence, a family, and a life that looked perfect from the outside. But Nadia had kept her heart open, waiting for a call that never came, hearing that broke something inside me, but it also healed something I didn't know was broken. For the first time, I saw my mother not just as my mom, but as a woman who'd lived, loved, and carried quiet battles inside her smile. The second chapter of that summer was quieter. After Nadia's confession, we didn't talk about it again. Instead, we spent days going through old letters together, reading aloud the ones that spoke of hope and forgiveness. She told me stories of how my mom used to dance barefoot in the rain, how she would hum songs when she was nervous, how she loved deeper than she ever admitted. There were nights we both cried, sitting by the window with tea gone cold, listening to the tape labeled "For Later." My mom's voice filled the room, calm, warm, and steady, talking about love, not the romantic kind, but the kind that stays even when people don't. She said, "If you're hearing this, it means you're ready to understand that love doesn't die with people. It just changes shape." By the time the last words faded, Nadia was holding my hand. Neither of us said anything. We didn't need to. That was the day I understood what she meant by "some secrets don't need words." Some truths live in gestures, in the way someone brushes your arm, in the silence between tears, in the love that keeps breathing through generations. Years later, I kept that cassette on my shelf. Whenever life feels too heavy, I play it and remember that love, no matter how complicated, how hidden, leaves echoes. And maybe that's the real secret my mom and Nadia shared.